What is the difference between someone with one skill and an entrepreneur? So I know most of the people that are follow me, they are technicians, but in this case, that is what I wrote: tech versus entrepreneur. So in this case, let's talk about that. So the differences. I'm going to tell you a little bit about my experience here in US, and so let's start with the video. So for instance, now most of the people that have some skills, they focus on one thing and they do that and that's it. Okay, yes, they might be the greatest at that skill, but if there is no more jobs about that, or there is no more demand or anything like that, you are at a risk. So let's say you're a plumber. Maybe you don't have enough work that week, or it's kind of slow or something like that, because you don't want to learn anything else. You're going to get stuck with that. So in this case, I'm a computer guy, and I've been learning many skills. So always I like to learn new things, and I'm not stuck with the one the skill that I have right now, like, as a technician. I could say, well, if I don't get a job as a computer technician, fixing servers, installing network or equipment or anything like that, no, I don't want to work. Just I'm going to watch TV and that's it. That is what happens with most of the people. No, I have learned, how to become an electrician, a plumber, a handyman, almost anything. I can do almost anything, and I've been learning. And also, sometimes people call me and say, "Hey, can you do this? What is it about?" And I say, "Okay, sure." And sometimes I go to YouTube. I learn, whatever is needed, and I do the job, and that's it. And I keep moving, and I keep learning, and I keep doing things. I mean, if you have a common sense, I know common sense is something that is not very common, but if you do that, I mean, you're set. I mean, you can do almost anything. So that is the main thing. So I've been talking with plumbers, roofers, technicians, and they focus on one thing and that's it. So for instance, I like Audible. This is no sponsor video for them or anything like that, but I like I have a subscription. I buy a lot of books, and in the last 4 or 5 years I've been listening like 500 books already. I have a collection. There are books that I keep listening maybe once a week or every 2 weeks or every a month. Every month, the same book, and I keep learning new things or refreshing. Besides, learning new, besides getting new books and new information. But sometimes I go back and I really listen the same book that I listened maybe like a year or 2 years ago, and then I keep the information fresh, and that helped me to move forward. So also another thing is surround the tech in this case surrounds himself with the wrong people. For instance, you may get in this case you may agree with me or not, but most people, they have their family, they have their friends, maybe they have old buddies, from kindergarten or elementary school or something like that. Oh well, I have this this friend for 20 years, 30 years, something like that, and you don't change, and you keep the same people, that they don't want to move ahead in life. They are not in the same level like you, and that is a big problem. So they're going to be the anchor in your life, because they're going to have the old habits, and they will not help you to move ahead. You're not going to learn anything new with them. So that happened to me. I had friends from kindergarten, a garden, maybe elementary school, and all the things. And if they don't move, at the same pace like me, or they don't move, forward, they don't want to improve in their life, they're stuck in their ways, done. That's it. Next one. And that is what I do. So I prefer to be alone or just around smarter people. Smarter people, people that know more than you. If you are in a room and the smarter person is you are in the wrong room. Always you have to be, surrounded with people that knows more than you, that are better than you, because it's like in karate or any martial art. If you are a green belt and you want to move to the next level, you have to learn new tricks, new tactics, and everything. And you're not going to learn it from someone who is a white belt. You're going to learn it from someone who is higher than you. So same thing applies here. If you're surrounded with with white belts all the time, you're not going to go anywhere. That is how it is. Also, if you're thinking, well, I don't want to be alone. If you're worried being alone is a bad thing, it's because you have something is missing inside of you. So for instance, in my case, I don't mind being alone. I can be alone for years. I can go to the movies, to watch movies just by myself. If I can go to to the restaurant just by myself, I don't care. I don't need anybody. I wake up every day. I'm happy. I'm with a smile. I'm enjoying the life. And if you are healthy, in one piece, and you work every day and you work on your purpose, you should be good. I mean, if you don't have any plans, no goals in your life or anything like that, okay, and then you're going to be in the wrong path, and then things are not going to turn out the way you want. But that is how things go. So let's talk about the next one. So start with the old friends and family. Something like I said before, you have to move. Like friends, they have a lifespan. I mean, it's a life cycle of the friends. You have friends, for 1, 2, 3, 5 years, and then you have to move to the next stage. I mean, and if they are going to keep you, stuck, just get rid of them. I know I had friends, like I said before, since I was very young. This guy, when I was 18, he wanted is smoke, drink, go ride the bicycle, and I enjoy riding the bicycle, but no every day, no spending hours, days and days, and if you don't work, you don't eat. Basically, I mean, you cannot move forward, you cannot get things. So this guy, he was asking for some cash to his parents. In my case, I was working all the time. I was getting my car. I bought a motorcycle first, and then I bought another one, and then I bought a car, truck. I had my business, I had my employees, I had all those things. And if you don't work, nobody will do it for you. That is how it goes. So this guy said, okay, I cannot keep hanging out with you. I mean, you do your thing, I'll do my thing. So surely he keeps doing the same thing, and I'm here. I mean, I have almost everything that I want. I have achieved a lot of stuff. I keep learning new things, and that is how it should be. If you don't agree with that, it's because you're not an entrepreneur, you don't want to improve yourself, and if you think that your friends is no matter what you want to keep them, okay, it's something that because some people, they are used to do certain things all the time, and they don't want to break their routine, but that will cost you something, so that will not help you to improve in life. And another thing is notebooks. Most of them, people, tech people or plumbers, roofers, or whatever, they no books, no nothing. It's just music. I don't play music. I like to listen books, or maybe a podcast or something like that. Something that will, increase my knowledge in something new, something that will improve my life in some way. And usually I don't watch movies anymore for a very, very long time, and I prefer to watch classes, trading, or something that I don't know, and I like to learn new things all the time, and that is how I can do more stuff than most people. That is the good thing. And the other thing is be a leader in your family. So for instance, let's say you have your wife, make sure that she's on the same page. She will not be your anchor, because otherwise she will say something and you will say something else, and then there's going to be conflict. For instance, there is a couple that I've been following for many years. This guy is Grant Cardone, and if you read all his books, I bought all his books, almost all his materials, and I've been learning a lot. Also, his wife recently she wrote another book about empire, or creating empire. I don't remember exactly the title, but she was saying that maybe in the beginning she was not in the same page as Grant, but after a while she started following his lead, and when they go out for dinner or anything like that, always they go with a customer. They never go by themselves, and that is how they keep moving and they keep improving. And of course that is how they can do what you see them on YouTube and everything. I mean, this guy, I think he has over 5,000 units, apartments, rentals. He has like 3 or 4 companies. He keeps moving and he keeps growing and doing more stuff all the time. And that is these type of people, entrepreneurs. We keep learning and we want to expand, and that is how we find our joy. And if you have, your wife doesn't want to follow you, that will be a problem. I'm not saying, that you have to kick her out, but you have to say, you have to tell her, is my way or the highway. That is how it goes. I mean, if you read in the Bible, for instance, Noah, when he was creating the ark, you will not see in the Bible anywhere saying, okay, let me ask, when God said to Noah, okay, now create the ark, make the ark, you will not see in the Bible saying, okay, let me ask my wife and let's see what she said. No, he started and that's it. And the family was doing or following his lead. I mean, you are the leader of the family and they have to follow you. In the Bible it says the woman was made for the man and not the man for the woman. She is your helper. So if you say something, she have to do it. For instance, in my life, when I go to church, I was able to find maybe 3-4 people. That's it. Or maybe less, even less. That the man is the leader and the wife, is the follower or the helper in this case. So usually most of the time surely you have heard about this. I mean, you're trying to sell something to a customer and the customer say, well, let me ask to my wife or anything like that. No, you're the man, you're the leader, you have to decide, and that's it. There is no 50-50 in partnership in the Bible. You're not going to see anything like that. I know in this it doesn't sound like a politically correct, but I know also at this age, the feminism is conquering the world, is taking over, but that is not the way it was in the Bible times. If you want to, be a man, an alpha male, you have to maintain your frame, and you have to say, okay, this is how the things are going to be, and you're with me or without me. That's it. So that is how it should be. I mean, I'm not saying to divorce your wife. If you made your vows, say until death it took us apart, or something like that. Make sure that you keep the promises, but you have to make her understand that you are going to take the lead, that it have to change. So that is the main thing. So Another thing, for instance, one of the examples that I wanted to share with you is, for instance, when I came here to US, I wasn't able to speak English at all. I mean, just maybe hi, how are you, and that's it. And when I came here, I mean, I had to do the effort, to read, to chat on internet, to try to talk with people, that they don't speak Spanish, only English, and then year by year, I was able to speak better, to write better, and I'm able to do almost everything, and just reading, talking, and having practicing all the time, and I can speak very well, so I can talk with customers and make business and all the things. So sometimes I have, for instance, I had sometimes people are asking me, why are you doing this type of videos? If you're a computer technician, why you do all this? And because one is I like to be able to create another type of business, like real estate business, so if you learn a few things, or like I've been learning plumbing, how to become an electrician. I'm an electrician. I do carpentry, and I do almost everything. So, for instance, I had a customer. He said, "Okay, the deck is crooked. Can you fix it?" And I said, "Sure, yeah. I've never done it before, but I can do it. Sure." So I recorded. It's in my YouTube channel, so if you want to see it, and I did the job just with some common sense tools. I have almost every tool that you can imagine, and I was able to fix that. The customer was happy. Great. So next example, electric panel. So electric panel, also the same thing. I have some knowledge about electricity. I've been studying, in high school. I had classes about electricity and all the things. Also, I like it because I've been playing with electricity even when I was 8 or 10 years old. I was playing with batteries, or with the real power that you get 110 or 220, but just with batteries, so that way I know my way around. So I've been playing with that, for a very long time. But this guy say, hey, and also I've been learning codes here in US and everything. I never changed electric panel in my life. I have never done it. So the customer say, hey, I have this problem. He called me, say, hey, I have a problem. I am smelling something in the electric panel. Something is burning. I went, I took it out. I said, okay, yes, you have two cables in the same breaker. We have to separate it. You should have by code one cable of each circuit in each breaker. So because all the electric panel was completely full, and I say, okay, we have to take it out, one of the breakers, and put the slim ones, and that's it. That will be the easiest and the cheapest solution. So and the customer say, okay, do that. I went, I did all that, and I tried to find the slim breaker. I couldn't find anything. I went to many places, called a few electricians that I know, and they said, no, forget it, too old. So I said, okay, you will have to replace the panel. I said, okay. The customer said, okay, how much? I said, 1,600, we can do it. So I spent like 400 on parts, and in 6 hours, I think that is what it took, and I was able to do it all. I never done it before, and I just followed the codes, everything that I know. I did the same thing. I replaced the old one the same way that I put the new one. I cut the wall because this one was a little bit bigger. That's it. No more smelling burning cables or anything like that. Everything was working fine. The customer was happy. All done. Great. So that is what I'm saying. I mean, if you're willing to learn, if you're willing to commit first, figure it out later, and you can do almost everything. So with the garbage disposal, this is another story. The same thing. customer calls, hey, can you replace the garbage disposal? They say, sure, yeah, why not? I mean, it shouldn't be that difficult. And the same thing, I never done it before. I went to YouTube, 15 minutes or half an hour a video. I like to play all my videos on 2x, fast, learn, done. I say, okay, I went, I did the job. Everything was successful, done. That's it. Next time, another customer, same thing. Hey, I have a garbage disposal. Can you do it? Sure, yes. This is going to be my second time. I went and done it, done. That's it. What about computers? So mining Bitcoin, mining cryptocurrency, and all the things. So 2017, Bitcoin was rising, and I don't know, I saw a video or something like that. I was learning, and I said, oh, I want to mine. I never done it before. I have no idea. Never done it before. I did everything, and I started learning, doing all my research and everything about the miners and everything. And I have like 80 videos about that topic, teaching almost everything, and I am sharing all my knowledge on my other channel, Gabak USA, and I have the same thing in Gabak Tech. Is my channel in Spanish, so it's like that. And the same thing with another story, small story. This is the last one. So Wisp, a wireless internet service provider, same thing. I was in Argentina, and I was talking with another friend that he knew more than me. He knows more than me, at least at that age. And same thing. So he said, hey, you know that you can provide internet wirelessly or something like that? I said, oh, cool, nice. So I saved some cash, some dollars. I hired a company to put the tower at the place where I was living. And then I said, okay, now great, you have the tower. Now what to do? And then I had to buy, all the equipment and everything. I was trying different equipment, how to provide internet. I did some experiment. I was having a passive income. I learned a lot, and I did some videos about that. And it's just from knowing nothing, just learning by doing. So that is how you move ahead in life. So hopefully all this experience help you to move forward, to keep to change your mind about stuff, because we are bombarded with a lot of bad information that you're getting, from the media, from the society, and all the things. That is not a red pill information that you're going to get very often, but this is the thing. So I'm red pill right now, and this is my information. Hopefully this will help you. If you have any question, or if you want me to, or if you want to hire me for any other project that you have, just let me know, and see you in the next class. Bye.